22 bike for the first time, and I'll say it's fucking windy here. I don't know if you picked that wind up on the microphone, but it's like there's like gusts of about 40 miles an hour or something particularly, so that's made it pretty fucking hard to ride a bike, even if you know it or not. Sort of initial impressions of the 22 bike. I've got it in race mode A. I don't know if that's the lower power mode or the full mode, but power delivery is really linear, really smooth, pretty easy to ride, bearing in mind it's, it's a 200 horsepower bike. That's really impressive. Handles really nicely. Brakes are okay. Like, if you bought that, I haven't done anything to it either, anything proper, stock suspension, stock air filter, stock map, stock brake pads, stock brakes. Anything I put on it is a pipe and fairings and rear sets. And yeah, it felt nice. I've done 2 sessions. It's all happy. It's a little bit, it hasn't got that much feel, as much feel as I'd like, but that's because it's on the road setting. So what do you expect? And the handling is, it's in the ballpark. I think only a couple of little touches here and there, and we'll have it. But also it's deceptive because with this wind, you probably can't see it on the video, but this van is shaking side to side. As I said, it is gusty, so it makes it very tricky to really get a handle on it. But yeah, I really liked it. The electronics are definitely better than the V4R. Just the traction control, obviously I got it on the lowest setting. It's super smooth, you can't feel it at all. The quick shifter is brilliant. Like, I can't see, like on my V4R it's good, but I've also got a map on the R which I think changes the cut times, but the stock one on that is mega. This one's as good, if not better, probably a bit better. And the gearbox is better. I never use first gear on the R. Just, you always got to come through neutral, which sometimes makes it a bit tricky on track because you might get a neutral which you don't want. For this, I've been using first, nice and smooth. Power's great. Yeah, it's really impressive. The power delivery feels very similar to the V4R. It's bizarre, like hitting the limiter quite often in it, because I'm not used to the power delivery on it. It's a lot smoother than the R, and the R does have a few more revs, but if you were getting a base model or an R, you wouldn't be upset if you got the base model. It's not 15 grand less bike. And also, if you think about a second-hand V4R in the UK, they're probably about 30 grand, and this base 22 bike's 20. That 10 grand, I'd definitely want to keep that money. There's not 10 grand difference between the bikes. But yeah, so far so good, and enjoying it. And it's a really nice base setting on it now, so it's a real nice place to start from. So we'll see how we get along.